Wreck My Podcast!
Ernest may not be the brightest star on top of the Christmas tree, but he has heart, dang it. We rewatched the most jolly of Ernest movies and are here to report back to you whether it was naughty or nice. Know what I mean? On this week's episode of Wreck My Christmas.
Wreck My Podcast!
Welcome to the Wreck My Podcast, where today we're talking about Ernest Saves Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm here with my guest. He's at one with the magic. It's Cam.
I've always been at one with the magic.
He just took something where he's really at one now, too. What we got here is a failure to accumulate. It's Krager.
Happy Chrysler.
He wears his 3D glasses at night. It's Joe.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Crimber.
Hang on to your later hose and razor ears. I'm your host, Jordan.
Merry Christmas.
So, guys,
Merry Christmas.
I first want to just say,
Merry
before
Christmas.
we talk about Ernest Saves Christmas,
Happy
reminder
Christmas.
that we're scaling back on the episodes for people who maybe don't listen to every episode. So,
So
we're doing once
we're
a week.
clearly all reptilian.
So
We
this is
are.
Christmas Day.
This is Christmas Day.
Yeah,
we
this is
decided
hibernating.
We decided to do this movie for Brian Breaker
Okay.
for Christmas
Oh,
Day.
so he's who we have to
He's
blame
the
for
one
this.
who
Yeah.
he really wanted us to do Ernest movie.
You know what, Brian Baker?
Baker, he bakes
You know
a
what,
lot of
Brian
things.
Baker? I liked you, and now you're in the same list as
Charlie Shaw.
Charlie Shaw for me.
Yes. So, we are talking about this movie. We scaled back our shows a little bit, so we're doing one show a week, alternating between a round table and a Wreck My. This is our Wreck My that comes out on Christmas Day.
First spark, 3 minutes in.
First bar, 3 minutes in. Not even. That's from when we started to record. It's literally like 45 seconds into
who
the
barked?
Barkcast.
I did.
It was him.
Didn't even. Oh yeah.
This is going to be called the Barkcast.
His poop list.
Yeah.
So, guys, let's talk about this movie a little bit, when it came out and things such as that. So it came out
Okay.
November 11th, 1988.
Okay.
This is older than us. I thought
Yes,
this
it is.
movie was a 90s movie. I didn't realize it was an 80s movie.
I had thought that as well.
Same.
It was a $6 million budget.
So you're saying it's ahead of its time.
It's ahead of its time. A $6 million budget.
That's low.
That's actually
That's
high
high.
for a movie like this.
Oh,
Especially in the 80s.
But it made
Yeah.
back $28 million
No
in theaters.
way.
Yeah.
all of that money came from Florida.
Probably. They were just so happy to see the state
Their
in a
patron
movie.
saint
Yeah,
of Florida.
Exactly. Good old Ernest P. Worrell. Warhol. He's related to Andy
Ernest
Warhol.
P.
Can we just call
Warthog?
Warthog?
Ernest P. Warthog.
Guys, 36% critic
Yeah.
score.
Makes sense.
42% audience.
Still
Not
too
much.
high.
Makes sense.
I am
Not
so
much.
proud. Like if it got over 50%, I would have been
Yeah.
pissed.
Yeah. So it was filmed mostly in Orlando and
yeah.
Disney Studios.
Right.
But
wow.
some scenes were in Nashville for some reason.
Why?
I don't
what
know.
scenes?
I have no idea. We have
the warehouse with the reindeer on the ceiling.
maybe that could have been it.
Yeah.
Although
The
I
only
feel
thing-
like that was on a lot.
That was probably
I feel like it might just be the airport.
you know what it could
And
be.
honestly, that's not a bad.
No, it's not a bad
this
idea.
is the not the first Christmas movie from the 80s to start off with an airplane landing. We have Die Hard.
We did have Die Hard. They're in the same vein.
They are in the same
They
vein.
really
very
are in the
much,
same vein.
Very much so. Very action packed.
Yeah, they're both
Oh,
Christmas movies. Incredibly attractive lead role.
Oh yes.
Oh, yes.
So John Cherry III directed this movie, as well as almost every other
Very well.
Ernest
Yep.
movie.
The third cherry.
The third Cherry, Jim Varney. He's the guy who plays Ernest. Did you know he was the voice of Slinky Dog in Toy Story?
No.
That's
Oh,
I can hear it now.
My God.
He's also the voice of
Yeah.
Cookie, the cook in Atlantis, the Lost Empire.
Oh,
He was also Jed Clampett or Clampton or whatever his name is from the 90s
I believe that's
Beverly Hillbillies movie.
I think that's
I
Eric.
believe
Oh.
Jed Clampett.
Eric Clapton.
We were
Clapton,
just-
yeah.
Yeah, because Joe had just asked me before the movie. He was like, "Was Ernest in anything else?"
He's in a
That
lot of
was he-
stuff as voice acting, actually.
Yeah, but like him
does
as like
have-
a role. Like, did he
Well,
only play Ernest roles?
before the Ernest movie, there was a TV show called Hey Jim, It's Ernest, where he would play characters, kind of like a Medea goes to the movies type thing, or
Right.
like Norbit or whatever, like something like that. So all these characters you see in the movies are characters he played in his TV show. and
Okay,
stuff.
that
Was
makes
it like a
sense.
public access television show?
Probably,
PBS.
yeah. It was
Yeah.
something along those lines.
Yeah.
We have Douglas Seal, who played Santa.
Yeah.
He was also the voice of the Sultan in,
Santos.
in Aladdin.
He played a really good Santa.
He was a great Santa, a little thin,
The looks were
but
spot
his
on.
face.
Best,
What?
Best
That's because
Santos I've ever seen.
Yeah,
he
Best
was
Santos.
losing the magic. That's why.
He was.
That's true.
He was losing the magic. Oliver Clark.
I like that one.
He played Joe
Yeah.
in this, and he was, the reason I wanted to mention him is because he was in the 1970s version of A Star Is Born, which probably is just as bad as the new version.
I didn't even know there was a 70s
Oh, there's
version.
a lot of versions of A
Yeah.
Star Is
I didn't know
Born.
that was a remake.
Yeah,
There's like
it's been remade
4
like 4
movies of
times.
it. Yeah,
It's not A Star is ripped off.
yes, pretty much.
The Star is Reborn.
Also, the composer of this movie, is
John Williams.
Damn it!
No,
Beat me to it.
Mark Snow.
Oh, dude, is that Jon Snow's brother?
No, it's actually the guy who did the X-Files and
He's a
Smallville.
bastard.
He actually is a really well-known composer, and
Wow.
he did Ernest Saves Christmas in '88.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so guys, it's time to watch a trailer because if you didn't get enough of the movie already,
I had
and if you didn't get to watch the movie yet, but you're like, hey, I remember this, do I really want to watch it? Here is something to tell
Here's
you
your
not
answer that
to.
is no.
In the past, there have been many traditional ways to celebrate Christmas. With songs, with gifts, with family and friends. There's a new way.
Ho, 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 Bert.
With Ernest. Ernest P. Worrell. He's back.
Know what I mean?
Back to save Santa.
Santa's in the slammer.
Look at those beady, twinkling eyes.
Back to save Christmas. Back to save face.
You're dead meat.
That's life for you.
Isn't she a doll?
Ernest P. Worrell.
Mr. Funtime.
In the mission they said couldn't be done.
On Comet, on Cupid, on Donder.
In the movie they said shouldn't be done.
Dopey, Scruffy, Blister.
You guys say you have a problem with reindeer?
Trim the tree. Light the candles. Deck the halls. And hit the deck. 'Cause Ernest P. Worrell's coming to town. And he's coming
With colorful cards and festively wrapped packages.
Air brakes.
Ernest Saves Christmas.
That was so bad, but it made you laugh.
Didn't make me laugh.
So here's
'Cause
the
you have
thing.
no soul.
This
I have a
movie,
soul.
this movie is pretty much Cheech and Chong without the weed.
Yeah.
It's kind of what it is.
I was telling Joe, and like how you told me to save my synopsis.
yeah,
for
yes.
the podcast.
Tell us what your synopsis is.
My
Cam.
synopsis, Joe. Well, which we will divulge into in a second, is that Joe didn't watch this.
Joe
damn
did not
movie.
watch this movie.
No, I
He
had
was-
every intention to,
he-
but I did not.
He's the only one who came away from this podcast unscathed.
Yeah.
I could have told you last night Joe wasn't going to watch it.
So Joe's like, so what was it? I was like, you want my synopsis? I was like, the movie.
Okay, I'm gonna say here's the thing. Let's ask some questions. Have you seen this movie before?
Yes.
Okay, Craig, have you?
Nope.
I
Craig's
didn't-
first.
I didn't think I did, but after watching the trailer, I was like, all of this looks familiar.
Yeah, same thing for me. I didn't think I'd ever seen it, and I was quoting scenes, and I realized I watched it a lot when I was a kid.
I have to say, this made after I watched this and I took a shower because I needed to clean off after.
Yeah.
I was
Because of all the semen in your lap.
I had I had a shower thought. I'm all like, we really need to invent a time machine, not to like stop Hitler or like end world hunger and all the other stuff like that, but so we can do the theory of watching a movie as a kid and not watching it as a kid on a real person. So have them watch it as a kid, go to the future, have them watch it again, and then go back in time, make sure they don't watch it, and have
And
them
see
watch
what
it as
they
an
think.
adult. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the only reason we would need a time
Exactly.
machine
Exactly.
for this podcast to do that.
Because I'm really like, I can't stop thinking about that after you said that. I'm all like, are there movies that are just so terrible, but like I think they're still good because I watched them as a kid? Like,
You mean like Rocket Man?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I didn't hate this movie rewatching it, actually. It was better than
Christmas
Santa.
Vacation.
Well, I was going to say it was better than Santa with Muscles.
It was,
which we watched last year.
It was better than
It's better
Santa
than
with
The
Muscles.
Parents.
Was it better
No.
than National
not better.
Lampoon's
Better than
Christmas
The Parents.
Vacation?
I not gonna say it's better than Christmas Vacation
Yeah,
because
you
I
caved, you little caver.
no I
You did cave.
I know objectively it's the Cave of Wonders. I know
I'll show you my cave of
I
wonders.
know objectively that Christmas Vacation is a better movie than
It's
this.
better than this.
Did I laugh more times during Ernest Saves Christmas? Yes. Does that say more about me than the movie?
Now,
yes.
with Christmas Vacation, would it have been better if it was Jim Varney rather than Chevy Chase?
Oh, 100%. Yes. I hate,
as
I
bad
hate Chevy Chase.
as bad as the Varnish is.
Yes.
You know, he's still better than Chevy Chase.
Yeah, I hate Chevy Chase so much.
Chevy Chase is an abomination.
Yeah, it's bad. So I would much rather have Jim Varney being there. I was a little bummed we didn't get to see who Vern was in this movie.
Yeah.
I was all like, is this like...
It's a running
Is this
gag.
like
he
a-
always
an-
talks
yeah,
about Vern, but you never see who
you
it
never
is.
see
70s
Vern.
porn?
Yes, it
Yeah.
is. Guys, what did you think was so bad about this movie?
First of all, the relationship between him and a teenager.
Oh my gosh, yeah, freaking Harmony Star.
Oh my god! So they just met when she hopped
And just
in his
became
cab.
friends.
But when he
As
gets
you do.
fired, when he gets fired, she's talking to him as if like
She's
it's her
known him
dad
forever.
or her brother,
Yeah.
or her uncle. But like, especially creeped me out is when they go into the jail and she's got the pigtails and the weird little like
Yeah.
child voice, and like it is just there was some Game of Thrones level stuff going on.
Yeah,
there.
that's a little weird. So surprisingly, this movie was a lot better quality than I remember it being, but
Yeah.
that was to its detriment because everyone looked a little sweaty.
Everyone was so sweaty.
No, I think that's
It's also Florida.
Yeah, I think that was just because they were in Florida. You know, like
And they were probably filming this in like June.
Yeah,
Probably.
they probably were actually.
Yeah. So that's funny. Did you guys notice? There's the thing. There was actually a coherent story with this one, which is not in most Ernest movies.
Oh, that's the one point I wanted to bring up because Morgan. Well, she was on her phone the whole time. I didn't
Yeah.
force her to watch it with me, but she was with me when I was watching it.
I watched it at work.
And
So it was on the background.
she brought up a great point that I 100% agree with. Like the story, what
Nothing. Joe keeps running into his microphone, and so does Cam.
running it? Oh, like hitting it?
Yeah.
Oh. This story and the plot actually would have been like a really good movie minus Ernest. Like,
Oh yeah. Like it's
I
a
actually like-
prototypical Christmas movie.
even if you take this movie as it is and just take away all the scenes with Ernest, it's still a very good movie.
Yeah. I mean, the story is fine for a Christmas movie. Here's the thing. It was really weird because almost every scene that Ernest was in, they decided to use a wide.
That's how they shoot
Lens.
every Ernest movie.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
Because the rest of the movie was just regular lens, but every time it was an Ernest scene, it was
Yeah.
like wide lens, so you felt like you were in this weird claustrophobic,
Yeah.
trippy dream.
They shoot
thing.
every Ernest movie that way.
It was weird. I don't know. Harmony. Also, there was a moment where Harmony says she doesn't eat red meat because it makes people kill each other and stuff.
Yeah.
And then immediately afterwards, they go into Vern's house and she's like, "Are those sliders? Are those hamburgers?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have some of those."
She's also a compulsive
Bacon
liar.
cheeseburgers.
That's true.
They were bacon cheeseburgers.
They were bacon cheeseburgers.
I know
and
because I wanted one.
snow in Orlando would essentially destroy the ecosystem. down there.
Snorlando.
Snorlando. So getting snow in Orlando is not as fun as it sounds.
No.
It will destroy the whole area.
Did she
Yeah.
kind of give you a young princess? What's the actress who plays Princess Leia?
Oh, Jessica
Carrie
Alba.
Fisher?
She struck me as a young Carrie
Natalie
Fisher a little
Portman.
bit.
Not really. I don't think so.
Scarlett Johansson. Rebecca Romaine Stamos.
Bette Midler.
That's it.
Yeah, Bette Midler. So did this wreck your childhood?
No, because I never even liked them as kids. Like to me,
Well, hang on. Did this wreck your holiday? I'm sorry.
Yes,
I
it wrecked
I
my
wasn't-
holiday because
Okay.
I had to get up extra early this morning and watch it to be able to do
But
it.
then you got to wash it out with Star Wars.
I did get to watch it out with Star
Yeah.
Wars.
Yeah, see, I woke up at like I pulled a Joe and woke up at like 12 something. So I had like I gotta start watching this now.
Yeah. Well, luckily we gave you a little bit of extra time to do it.
Yeah, dude, we were just being really thoughtful about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe, did
we were
this wreck
thinking
your
of you first.
Joe, did this wreck your holiday? Just us talking about it?
It did.
Yeah.
Especially since this weekend I also watched Gremlins and thought that was way better.
Oh, yeah, Gremlins
that-
is good.
Which one's Gremlins?
The
The one with all the gremlins.
The one with, it's the one with the little mogwai that looks like Baby Yoda that
Yeah.
he gets gifted
Gizmo.
at Christmas,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
they say
yeah.
don't get him wet, don't feed him
Yeah.
after midnight.
Why'd
Yeah.
you watch that?
Because it's a
good-
Christmas
it's a
movie.
Christmas
Christmas
movie.
movie.
I didn't
And
know
it's
that.
great.
It's completely set around Christmas.
What's the one you showed me? The one
Debbie
Critters.
Does Dallas?
Critters.
no The one with like the really bad one I watched at your house.
Critters?
It's like with gremlin type things, but they take over people, and the dude's
Toy soldiers.
dad's in the mirror all the time.
Oh, we watched
Love
Troll
Toy
2 at my
Soldiers.
house.
Oh,
Yeah.
Troll.
Troll 2, yeah.
That's great.
That's why I was so confused, because I was like, what did I show you?
So
my penis.
yes, Ernest may
Haven't done
not.
it yet. There's still time.
Thank the Lord.
Still
know
time
that-
in the podcast.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time.
So Ernest may not have been the smartest, but you can be the smartest by expanding your brain with trivia, and the best place to do that is with Trivia with Buds.
What's up, trivia lovers? It's your pal Ryan Buds, host of the Trivia with Buds podcast, a pop culture question and answer show that comes out every single day. There's over 650 episodes to check out on just about every topic you can imagine, with recent episodes on NBC sitcoms, The Breakfast Club, Disney Plus, Stephen King books, and Nickelodeon, just to name a few. Find Trivia with Buds on your favorite podcast app and hit subscribe to never miss an episode. P.S. It's great for road trips. Cheers.
These are the worst.
They're so bad.
I'm trying real hard to segue it seamlessly into the episodes, but it doesn't happen. So there you go. Check out Trivia with Buds.
Check out Ryan.
I just had Ryan's holiday party for all
Yeah.
the people that do trivia hosting from all over
Yeah,
LA.
and you guys all won
Oh,
something.
that's
That
cool.
was fun.
Yeah, well, it was. Yeah,
Did you guys
like-
play trivia?
Sort of, like, sort of. We played that categories round where we go rapid fire and have to name
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
We did that to see who gets to unwrap a gift first.
Oh,
And
so
what
and
was
then-
the category?
With the first one was Christmas movies. Next one was television shows that go down the line alphabetically, and then one was like women with the boobs name A. With the first, their name starts with an A.
what about women who
Agapantha.
have an A attached to their outerwear, like the Scarlet Letter?
Oh, like the Scarlet Letter.
Yeah.
So only her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hester Prynne.
Yeah.
I thought her name
Emma
was
Stone?
I thought her name was Scarlett.
But it was
No.
fun, and then we could also steal each other's gifts too, so it was super fun. I'm bummed because one of the other co-hosts got a D&D starter set that is based off of Will the Wise's campaign that he wrote for Stranger Things,
That's
Interesting.
cool.
which
That's
means
cool.
I'm just going to go buy it because then we can run through it and it'll be really fun.
Actually,
That's cool.
my new roommate had friends over and was playing D&D the other night.
You have a
Really?
new roommate?
Yeah. Corey's roommate plays D&D and is looking for people to run campaigns and do stuff like
Oh,
that.
cool.
So maybe we should all start.
Maybe.
I've been wanting to play.
I've been wanting to play too, except my name's going to be Gunnar the Gnat,
Nice.
and I'm a tiny gnat that floats around, but I have magical abilities to be able to turn fruit into poop.
Oh, the one.
Dude, you know what? That's already like a way stronger character than most people come up with.
Yeah, there you go.
The one that
I'd have to work so much into my story for that.
The one thing that's really funny that I don't really know anything about D&D, but one of my roommate's friends who was over,
Yeah.
like apparently they just changed something in D&D, and so his character they spent years building just got super nerfed.
Oh,
so
yeah.
he's
Oh,
the whole
yeah.
night he's all like, "Can someone just kill my character so I can start over?"
Yeah. Well, was he a sorcerer?
I don't know.
You know what's
Because they
always so
nerfed
funny?
the hell out of sorcerers and clerics.
You can tell the episodes that we don't care about the thing we watch when we start talking about things
Other
that have
things?
nothing to do with
Should-
the show.
Yeah, should we get back to
Let's
Ernest?
get back to Ernest. Here, I'm going to explain this movie for you guys. Oh, yes, it's time for Jordan to explain the movie quickly. I apologize, guys. So, Jordan explains the movie quickly. He's professional. He has his notes. Where are they? A movie that proves old people should have their licenses revoked well before they actually think it's time to give it up. I'm looking at you, Santa, and your selfish, greedy needs to be selfless. He was air brakes.
Air brakes.
Okay, so let's talk about the plot. This is the plot breakdown. Mop a bop bop a bop bop bop. This is the plot breakdown. All right, so let's break this movie down here. They love that Ken Burns effect in the opening credits.
Way too much. Way too
Wah.
much Ken Burns.
And they used every public domain Christmas song that you
Yes.
could possibly get your hands on.
Yes.
So we start off Orlando, December 23rd. Santa flies into town to find
December
a replacement.
23rd, 7 a.m.
7 a.m.
No, 2 p.m.
2 p.m. You said
I was like,
you said December 23rd.
Isn't that today?
Yeah.
It is December 23rd.
No, it's 22nd.
Oh, it's 22nd.
Is it 22nd?
Yeah.
It's 22nd.
Ah, damn it.
23rd is
23rd.
tomorrow
And
because
this
the
comes out-
24th.
This comes out on the 26th.
Yeah,
That's right.
And
That's
the 20 and the 20 is on
yeah.
Tuesday.
And then there's the 26th.
Nice.
It was a very weird feel. It was all like 20. It was like 24. I felt like 24 that opening, like with a time and place.
Oh yeah, I don't know why they needed to
That
tell us
was
that.
weird.
I don't know why they had to tell us that.
It sets it up like it's going to be a heist movie.
yeah, definitely.
Well-
Well, it was a heist movie. They stole our precious time.
Yeah, they stole an hour and a half of us.
That's true.
We see Ernest driving a taxi and singing "Oh Christmas Tree" the same way I did.
Christmas tree,
Oh,
oh Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree.
Oh Christmas
That's
tree.
also how I sang "Oh
yeah,
Christmas
that's all I
Tree."
know. That's the
Yeah.
only part I know of "Oh Christmas Tree."
That's just literally mine and Johnny's apartment 24/7.
Yeah. I love it. So Santa goes through immigration, and I know from experience, it's never that easy to go through customs.
It was 1988.
That's true. That is true. Ernest picks Santa up in his taxi, and we're soon joined by a girl named Harmony Starr, who jumps in the cab after running away from her dine and dash bill.
Yeah, she's punk. I like her.
She is very punk with all those scrunchies.
Yep.
Side plot throughout the whole movie is airline workers and reindeers.
Yeah.
I'm just going to mention that here and never again.
Okay, good. That's
Yeah.
all we need.
And a lot of the eyes going, yeah, that sound.
Some squealing and eyes rattling.
Eyes
back
going,
and forth.
wow, 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 wagga, wagga, wagga.
I hope you zoom in on that for the
Wagga,
YouTube.
wagga, wagga. I can't even do that with my eyes.
I can't either.
Yeah.
How- am I doing
Well,
it?
for
Hold
Cam,
on.
it makes sense.
How
do they do that?
Am I doing it?
Yeah, you're doing
I
it.
feel like I'm
You're
moving
doing it
my
well
head.
enough. Here, yeah, you do it, Joe.
Joe's just sitting here going,
I'm just.
jiggling his head around.
Joe was doing it very slowly. Krieger was doing it faster. Yeah.
I feel like I go cross-eyed.
Yeah.
Cam can do it pretty well.
Yeah, it's getting there.
I had 2 eye surgeries to prevent me from doing that. That hurt a lot.
So Santa wants to recruit a guy named Joe Carruthers.
Yeah,
Sounds
JC.
fake to me.
Yeah, buddy.
And
JC, Jesus Christ. It's
Yeah.
all an allegory for religion.
Yeah, this whole movie was a whole allegory of the cave. To be the new Santa, and he's at the Children's Hospital or museum or something.
Yeah, the Children's Museum Hospital.
Children's Museum of Fun?
It's
They have those.
But the thing is, it's actually just the science center, and if you look in
Yeah.
the background, all the signs
and everything
say
are still there.
Science Center,
Yeah.
you
So
know?
a lot of children's museums are science
I do
centers.
have to say one thing. At the end, when they all meet there at like 7 p.m.,
Yeah.
this is totally glossed by. Like when he drives up in the Mercedes, there's just 3 kids throwing the football around on Christmas Eve at 7 p.m. It's like we're out front of the kids
in front
museum
of the science
throwing
center. What the
throwing
heck?
a football around.
So Joe doesn't believe him because Santa left his sack in Ernest's taxi, dementia, and Joe's agent sends Santa to jail.
Yeah.
I also want to know how this agent became successful because he's a moron.
Because he's an agent.
Also,
Yeah.
how Joe survives in Florida not cussing.
Wait, what?
Remember, he wouldn't cuss in like,
in front of the kids.
He
and
was
everything?
abnormally like
He was abnormally nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
It's a Joe thing.
It is a Joe thing. You know, he's really good at it. Ernest is fired, and I guess him and Harmony are just pals now, so that's a thing we were talking about earlier. They go to Ernest's friends Vern, who we never see.
Yeah.
And
We are Vern.
We are Vern. Yeah, the audience is Vern.
We're Vern.
Because we're
Vern.
fed up with Ernest, but he keeps popping back
Yeah.
into our lives.
Yeah, we're Vern.
So Ernest realizes the sack is magical and has to take it back to Santa because
You know-
he can bring out light balls.
You know what they say about Joe?
His sack is magical.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
I can attest to that. It's now December
Ickle?
24th. What?
Ickle.
Ickle?
You can attest Ickle.
You can testicle to that.
Oh my God.
That was a really ballsy joke, Joe.
Oh, yeah. Kept me blue in some part of my body.
Scrotum.
After watching this movie, I just totally went nuts.
Oh, I couldn't see men for like 24 hours.
No,
after
it was
this
pretty
movie.
rough.
Yeah. All right. So it's now December 24th. Ernest and Harmony play Dress Up to Spring Santa from the jail, where he has made all the inmates a lot nicer, and they also play Dress Up in a very weird way.
Yeah, they do.
We learned
I
that
have pigtails, and I'm going to talk like a little New Jersey girl.
it reminded me of is it Kill Bill, where the girl is like a full? No,
Yeah,
I'm thinking
no.
of V for Vendetta, where
Vendetta.
Natalie Portman
Oh,
dresses
yeah,
up
yeah.
like a little
schoolgirl.
girl.
Yeah.
It's creepy vibes all around.
Kill Bill had that too.
Baby, we're going to break you out of the jail.
All right, then.
All right, yeah.
We learned that the cops in Orlando just don't care about prisoners being taken out.
Oh no, they don't care at all.
Nah,
It's Orlando. They'll be
Florida.
back in there in a day.
It
They
is
got more
Florida.
people to
It is
incarcerate.
Florida.
Send in a teenager with pigtails, and they'll do whatever you want.
You can take
Oh
'em.
no, that's the most appropriate Florida joke ever.
So Joe lands a movie deal called Santa's Sleigh.
Congratulations, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. And it's a horror Christmas film like Krampus.
There
That would
we,
be 12 times better.
There is one.
We
called
filmed it
Santa's Sleigh
a month
for
ago.
reals.
Oh, that's true. There is. And isn't it Goldberg is in it or something?
Yeah, Goldberg's in it.
Goldberg's in it.
Bill?
Bill Goldberg, yeah.
Wow.
No, Goldberg from Mighty Ducks.
You never know. I thought it was just the Goldbergs family.
Yeah,
Shout out the Goldbergs.
it's the whole Goldberg family. So Santa has to convince him by that night to be Santa or Christmas will end forever.
Oh no.
What? Harmony switched out. Dang it.
Podcast no.
No.
Podcast throat.
I have a frog in my throat. Yes, I do. I have sea frog in my throat.
Why can't Miss Piggy count to 100?
Why?
Because every time she gets to 69, she gets a frog in her throat.
Oh, son of a... So,
Open wide, Miss Piggy.
Ernest pretends to be a lot of characters to find out where Joe is and get onto the movie set. Harmony switched out the bag because she wants all the magic for herself, and then she leaves. Joe doesn't buy Santa's pitch again because the sack is a fake. Ernest and the elves go pick up the reindeer and fly haphazardly all around to get them to Santa.
For way too long.
For way too long, yes. During this time, Harmony is having an existential crisis and decides to return the sack to Santa.
Yeah.
Joe comes to his senses when he sees the reindeers flying. I guess seeing is believing.
Yay.
And
My reaction
Santa's
was so
offer.
false.
Yeah,
it was
you're
the
like, you're
fakest
kidding
thing
me.
I've ever done.
And accepts Santa's offer. Christmas is saved and everyone is happy, especially old
Happily
Santa
happy?
because we learn his name is Seth Applegate and he's going to get laid that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a hot daughter, Christina Applegate.
That's funny.
She gets laid all the time, too.
And then we get a post-credit teaser with the Easter Bunny.
Yeah.
That's great.
I didn't see that. As soon as it went to credits, I turned it off. There was
Yeah.
a teaser.
There's
yeah,
a teaser.
it's the new movie coming out. Ernest
Yeah.
Saves Easter.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
man.
It's an
teaser
eight.
where
It's
those
an eight.
people,
It's an eight. It's an
people
eight.
have a new package, and they're looking at it and go, "No, that says F Bunny." And the guy's like, "It's E Bunny," and they go F E F E F E, and then when they turn around, the Easter Bunny ears pop out of it.
But I was like, that's a really dumb premise because why is the Easter Bunny going to ship himself?
Because it's cheaper to ship yourself than to get an airline ticket, and they don't allow pets on airlines in the 80s. There's no such thing as a service bunny.
No. Snowflakes.
Snowflakes over here. All right, guys,
Millennials.
let's talk about some fun facts.
What is facts? Baby, they're fun. They're fun. Oh, yeah. What is facts? Baby, they're fun. They're fun. Oh, yeah.
What is facts? Maybe caller. Okay, so guys, the children's center is. I already said this. Only Ernest film not to have a villain, unless you count time and old age as a villain.
Yeah.
I'd classify the agent as a villain.
But he wasn't an outright villain. He was just kind of like a hiccup in the story.
He's a Florida villain.
I guess. This was the first movie filmed at Disney's Hollywood Studios.
This is the first one.
First movie ever at Orlando's Disney's Hollywood Studios. Huh. Yep.
I didn't know there was Hollywood in Florida.
There actually is.
There is a Hollywood
There is a
in Florida.
Hollywood, Florida.
You learn
There
something
is.
new every day.
Yeah, there you go.
That's where
Santa's
Dolph Ziggler's from.
That's right. He is from Hollywood, Florida. Santa's from Prussia in this movie.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Which I always thought was a fake place. I
No.
thought it was just someone accidentally spelled Russia wrong.
It's
Yeah.
just a pretty Russia.
It is.
Prussia. Under,
Prussia!
yeah, under Prussia.
down on me, Prussia down on you.
So the actress who played Harmony is born on Christmas Day.
Oh, that's cool. Good for her.
Yeah, good for her. The woman who
Wait,
played...
she's Jesus?
She is Jesus. Her real name is Pamela Trenton.
Oh, nice. It's
PT.
PT.
Pieces Teist.
Pieces taste.
The woman who played Mary, the old lady that old Santa's going to totally bang.
Dude, she's been in so many things.
Yeah, she's also the woman from Home Alone that Kevin's mom gives the earrings to get the plane ticket. So that's fun. And then the actor who played the agent is also the airline passenger at the beginning of Die Hard that tells Bruce Willis about taking off his shoes.
Oh, really?
They're the same person.
That's hilarious.
They're
So they're in the same universe.
Same universe. I think so. I think so.
I also have another fun fact for
What's
this
your fun
movie.
fact?
So I'd never told you guys, but like my uncle that was in Lost Boys?
Yeah.
His
He's
son,
Ernest.
No, his son, Tim. So my cousin Tim is
Tiny
in this
Tim?
movie.
Oh, does he?
My cousin Tim is in this movie.
Actually, it's the same laugh.
Doesn't have a butthole, and he can't eat fiber. My cousin Tim doesn't have a butthole.
And we're done.
So, okay, I hear your cousin Tim. It must have been hard for catering on him.
It was really
He doesn't
challenging.
have a butthole.
Yeah, when he was on set, it was a terrible time for him.
If you haven't listened to our Round Around Table episode from last week, this makes no sense to you.
I mean, that just brings up the question: what's the atomic weight of Mercury?
I don't know what the atomic weight of Mercury is. Ha 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 ha.
It weighs more
Siri,
than
what's the
feathers.
atomic weight of Mercury?
My cousin Tim doesn't have a
The answer I
butthole.
found is 201.971 atomic mass units.
Ooh,
Cool.
That sounds fake. Atomic mass units.
Yeah, but that's what U is. It just means units, but that they're just units, but they're
like
weight in atomic
mass units sounds so
Yeah.
fake. It's kind of like when the UPS is like, so what are the units of this? Oh, it's 5 units. It's good. Five mass units.
Well, now we know. We can tell Tim that it's 201.971 atomic mass units.
Let's call Fart and
Repeated.
Scorsese.
What's
Tell Fart and Scorsese.
Then what's a G unit?
G-Unit!
I think it has like D20.
No, that's two different bands.
Yeah.
There's D12 and G-Unit.
D12. But isn't some of the people from G Unit?
No, G-Unit was a 50 Cent thing. D12 was an Eminem thing.
Yeah.
I mean, granted,
and
they could
50
have.
Cent was an Eminem. thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
that's
going
true.
to say 50 Cent wasn't he in G Unit?
50 Cent was,
Yeah,
yes.
okay, so that's why I'm thinking the
Eminem was in
correlation.
D12.
So I'm not racist, Robbie. There is a correlation there. I wonder how many people actually are listening to this episode right now.
Currently,
and have
after
made
all
it
of this
far.
Oh, man, I don't know. If you
One.
listen to this episode and you hear the buzzword...
Pachinga.
It's actually, the buzzword's perineum.
you mean perennium?
Perineum.
Perennium.
That's what you get.
Oh,
No, no, that's what you get when you go out of town and they give you a
is
per
a
day
taint.
stipend.
That's what a
per
perineum
diem.
Perineum, yep.
Perineum.
Oh, by the
Perennium.
way, Krager, you were totally spelling Tunisia on the last week's episode.
Tunisia.
I Googled how to spell it, how to pronounce it.
Well,
If you-
even Google's
If
wrong.
you hear the buzzword Yeti, I will draw you a picture if you listen to this episode this late.
All right, there
All
you
you gotta
go.
do is what?
Comment on our Instagram and just write in Yeti.
Slide into our DMs and just
Yeah,
say
and
Yeti.
Just Jordan will
you
let
can
me
even
know.
Comment on the picture.
Yeah, comment on the picture.
Comment
Yeti.
on the picture, slide into our DMs, do whatever. As long as we hear you say the word Yeti,
Give us
I
a-
will draw you
Give
a
us
picture.
a 5-star review,
How
and
are
we'll
we
give you a
gonna
sticker.
hear? How are we gonna hear them say the word Yeti?
They're gonna do the thing.
They're gonna write it.
They're gonna write
And
it.
then I'm gonna say, "Hey Siri, say this comment," and it's gonna go.
Just like that. It's
How
a
did
Yeti
you know
sound
I
like.
have the Chewbacca voice for my Siri? All right. If you did make it this far,
I like that Wookiee.
thank you. How's my boyfriend?
That's my boyfriend.
We're on Instagram. I wrote we are one Instagram.
We are one Instagram.
We are
are
one
all Instagram.
We're on Instagram and
We are
Twitter
one Instagram.
and YouTube. All the links are in the show notes.
All the links are in the show nudes.
I got those show nudes.
Yeah.
Who wants
Who wants to be a
'em?
Patreon member to get access to the show nudes?
$100 tier, my show nudes.
I was gonna tell you to post that picture of me in the fishnets from the emo party, but
Yeah.
I didn't want us to lose listeners.
Yeah, we'd probably get some people out there that were like, nah.
We'd get a lot more that'd be like, oh, I'm down.
We'd go from 650 people following us to 5 million.
Is that part of the show nudes?
Show nudes. Yeah, Cam's part of the show nudes. Give us a rating and a review. If you give us a review, we'll give you a sticker. That's all it takes. Don't worry, Nick and Katie. I'm sure you're not listening to this, but I got your stickers in the mail. I'll give them to you soon. Patrons
Nudes for nudes.
Yep. Patrons to support
Nudes
us and
for
get
nudes.
rewards. So Patreon to support us and actually spend money. Redbubble to support us and get some merchandise.
Yeah.
Amazon link on wreckmypodcast.com to support us and pay
to get
nothing.
your own stuff and pay nothing.
Yeah. So if you are like, these guys are kind of cool, but they are idiots and I hate them.
That's accurate.
That is accurate. That's accurate for most people that listen to this podcast. I want to give them money, but I don't want to spend anything. Our Amazon link on wreckmypodcast.com. And
Help us, we're poor.
Last second, you forgot to get your girlfriend a Christmas gift.
Wreck My Podcast.
Yeah.
Shut
Go
Up
to
Krager
Amazon,
t-shirt.
get it. Yeah, Shut Up Krager t-shirt on Redbubble. Perfect Christmas gift.
Mhm.
It is.
It is. I got it for Krager for Christmas. Thank you to Ben from Petrifying Gumbo Music for making our intro song. Go to petrifyingumbomusic.com to get a composition done for yourself. Thank you to my guests for being here.
Yeah, man.
I know you're all pretty much hungover, so thank you.
I'm not. I'm having a blast.
Cam's
right now.
just permanently hungover.
Yes, that's accurate.
So thank you to being here. And finally, thank you to our listeners. We love getting wrecked with you.
Bye. I love you. My cousin Tim doesn't have a butthole, and he can't eat fiber.
I like and I love you all.
My cousin Tim doesn't have a butthole.
His name's not Krager.
This is
And he can't.
this is a happy seizure.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Wreck My Podcast. Wreck My Podcast.
Yeah.
I was already in.
Pasadena.
I was already in Echo Park hanging out
Oh,
with my sister
okay.
though, so it wasn't bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, are you 3 or 4? I think you're 4. There we go. Okay, cool.
I'm number 3.
You're number 3? 3, my lord.
Number 3, my lord.
3.
You gotta hold up 2 fingers when you say number 3.
And
my lord.
plan B. All right, I'm going to do
Your intro.
my intro.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Ernest may not be the brightest star on top of the Christmas tree, but he has heart, dang it. We rewatch the most jolly of Ernest movies and are here... Dang it. I messed that up. Someone started calling me. Take two.
Ernest may not be the brightest star on the tree, but he is jolly and something else Jordan said.
Yeah.